and go on and whatever. I know you guys can't see it yet. You will. It might be a little will be a little shaky, but you might have to. I'll just move the paper over. There. I know you guys can't see it, but it'll come up. It'll come up. All right, cool. So let's see what's going on. Let's refresh this here. Exploration of drawing week 1. See, I even labeled it for you guys.
Cool.
Okay. So, here we go. Let's go like this. All right. Let's talk about lines. Let's just we're going to do some exercises, some warm-up exercises. And like I said, there's a little lag, but just follow along. I think that might be a good thing if there's a little lag. I might bump this, I don't know. But so I was like, okay, everybody, put your name and the date and period number, because I'm used to that high school thing. But what's one of the most important things is being confident in your line and control of your line. So let's start with straight lines. Okay, so we're just going to get warmed up. We're going to do some straight lines. Okay, you might be like, what's going on here? But trust me, like when I got serious about drawing, my teachers, not professors, but my teachers, they taught me this, and I was kind of like, oh, I don't know, but I did it, and it really helped, you know. So anyway, let's do some straight lines. We're just gonna go like this. How straight of a line can you make? See, look at that. Look how wobbly that is. Let's go for like 45 minutes. Is that cool?
No.
No, I mean not just this. Yeah, not just this. We'll go. Okay, you guys are great. Okay, all right, I love it already. Okay, we'll go for teaching. Like, we're gonna go over a bunch of stuff. I'm just gonna give you a lot of information and a lot of how-tos. Within a 45-minute period, then we'll take like a little break if you guys want to. If you don't want to take a break, that's fine. We won't take a break, okay? But whether you're drawing or whether you're painting, okay, like drawing prepares you for painting, all right? And I plan on using only black and white. Look at that one. That was awful, but okay. Because I'm getting close to the camera here, so it's like, okay, I'm going to get on this side of the camera and move it over here, but whatever. But anyway, yeah, drawing prepares you for painting. And I think you need to be able to draw and paint a vertical stroke with confidence. So you're gaining confidence right now, okay? And ability, and we're getting warmed up here. Okay, I'm going to shake my hand out a little bit there. Okay. So vertical lines. All right, little warm up here. Usually I'm spazzing out, but like I haven't been drinking coffee late at night. So that's a good thing, I think. I can sleep in better. All right, so after we do those vertical lines, okay, what we want to do is we want to be able to draw horizontal lines really, really well, freehand, okay? So let's go across the page, horizontal lines. Detoxing from TikTok. Detoxing from TikTok. Detox from TikTok. Or from binge. Oh, are you really? Oh, you're not joking. Hey, I got a viewer. Hey, viewer, what's up? Are you a creator? Do you?
No, I posted a single thing, and I just like the randomness of it.
Got it. See, I'm pulling the pencil. I'm pulling it. I'm not pushing it. Not that pushing a pencil's bad, but see how it's angled to the right slightly? So I'm pulling that along, okay? Now, how am I holding this pencil? You guys are like, yeah, your tip. And I'm holding it overhand. I'm holding it like what? Like we've been trained to do since childhood, right? So since childhood we've been trained to write. And so this is of course we can draw like this. Now there's other ways to hold the pencil. Okay? Can you push a pencil? Look. Yeah, you can push a pencil. So that's pushing. Okay? So you can push it as well. You can pull it, you can push it. It's up to you. Okay? I don't care. But we're building confidence and ability and control. And tonight I think we might get to even like hand-eye coordination as far as looking at objects and drawing those objects. Okay, diagonal lines, okay? So let's go diagonal. These are a little bit easier, believe it or not. Look at this. Like, why are we drawing straight lines?
Natural angle in your wrist.
Yeah, it's natural. Like, because we naturally do this. Look.
Right.
You know, we're all mixing stuff, but it's like, you know, a natural movement. Oops. Out of control. I just got out of control there. Now, look, I'm going down like this, but look, you can go up like that. Let's go up. Doesn't matter. You can go up, you can go down, whatever. Look, down, up, down, up. Is that easier than the vertical? I think it feels better. I think it feels easier. Okay, straight lines. And typically when you're when your face got in the way. When you're drawing only two types of lines. You're using a straight line or you're using an arc. And an arc is part of a circle. Okay? But there's or a circle, but I shouldn't say that, only a parabola or an ellipse too. And so we're going to practice those too. Ellipses are super important. Boxes are super important. We're gonna go there. We're gonna do some boxes. So there we go. Let's go this way. Pulling. I'm just pulling that down. But yeah, you can push it. You can bring it up. You know, you might need to bring that up. Do you have paper? You're red. Dang. You got the whole like setup. Very nice. Oh, you got the setup too? No? Okay. Yeah. Well, welcome. We're just doing straight lines right now. We're just getting warmed up. We're going to go, maybe we should do a drawing that's like 2 feet by 3 feet. 4 feet by 4 feet. Life size. How about a life-size self-portrait? Should we do that?
No.
Wait, why? Why? Now I want to do it even more. As your instructor, how'd you guys hear about the class?
From you.
Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah.
Hardly see her.
Just the catalog? Catalog? You're like, all right, I'll take a risk. I'll risk it. All right, so there's some straight lines. Now I'm kind of like, whoa. All right. Let's flip that paper over. So that's exercise 1, okay? Mm-hmm. Now, let's talk about straight lines still. I'm going to transition to kind of a different thing. I mean, it's still straight lines, but it kind of gets you to focus on a point, okay? Because as you're learning to draw, like you can look at something real. Like I could look at you, Lynn, right? I could look at Lynn and be moving my pencil, looking at Lynn, looking down, looking at Lynn, looking down, and trying to draw Lynn. So my eyes are tracking. My eyes are moving along like the outside of Lynn's head, moving into her left eye, her right eye. And I'm trying to duplicate that. We're a copy machine, right? Trying to duplicate that with our hand. So it takes hand-eye coordination to do this, okay? Who's taken a drawing class before?
Oh, no. Water paint.
Who's taken a drawing class before? No one? Except, oh, this is cool. You taken a drawing class before? Huh?
In high school I did.
Okay, cool. All right. So it's been a while or a couple years or all right. So, all right. This is pretty cool because you guys are this is like new to you guys. All right. So we want to track, right? So it's like our two eyes go to one point. We're only able to go to one point and focus on that one point. So then we got to move our eyes, right? So we focus on that one point and our eyes are moving along. Like if I close one eye and I trace, don't move. I'm drawing you with just tracing your face, your ear, your hairline. You know what I mean? We can only, the two eyes focus on one point at a time and move along visually things, whatever that thing is, a person, an animal, a hand, a shoe, all right, a mug, whatever it is. And we've got to tie in our hand to our eye movement. Like our eye and hand have to be in sync. Like let's say this is my focal point of my eyes, you know. Like these have to, does that make sense? So that's like what we're trying to do. Have you taken a drawing class before? Oh, welcome. It's all right. It's all right. You guys can be late. You guys are always welcome to be late. It's okay. You're not high school kids, so. And I'm the high school art teacher here, so. All right. So because we're focusing on a focal point, we're going to put a dot here. Okay, we're just going to put a dot right here. Let's put a dot right here. We're going to practice this a couple times. Kind of focusing on a point and using straight lines, okay? And this might not make sense at first, but once again, what I'm teaching you is control. And we're going to go like this. You can go towards the point or away from the point. Okay? You can go away or you can go towards the point. So this will start making sense.
Are you resting your other fingers on the paper or not?
These are, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's not.
I guess it's not.
Let's not. It's probably get a little wobbly. But when I'm painting, I'm not. Like if I'm painting, anyway, we're not. We're just drawing, so I'm just bisecting each of these. But yeah, these two fingers are kind of like my ring finger and my pinky are like stabilizers. Now, what's the purpose of this? You got to be able to draw a straight line at any angle. Okay, that's why I'm having you do this. You got to be able to draw a straight line at any angle. And we're building skill, we're building confidence in our stroke. Okay, this is our stroke. And I'm just going to radiate out from that point, or you can go to the point. And I'm also, by doing this, getting you used to drawing freehand, so you don't have to use a straight edge or a ruler or a triangle when you're drawing, okay? Like, your lines don't have to be, well, it depends what kind of arch you want to do, but your lines don't have to be perfectly straight. You know, like this is straight enough. And I'm pushing the pencil, and you can pull the pencil. This is pulling it. Okay. And you can see that, and hopefully you guys, see, I'm not flicking it like high school kids. I get them and they'll like flick it. They'll be doing this flicking thing. And that's not what we want to do. We want to be in total control of our line, all right? So we just want to like, boom, boom, like put it down. Boom, stop, lift it. Lift it, lift it, lift it, stop and lift, boom, stop and lift, boom, stop and lift. And it's like this rhythm. It's like this rhythm. And when you start, I love drawing the human figure. I don't know if you guys do. Oh, I just got an idea. Okay, would you guys, okay, I know you already paid a fee for the class, but would you want to pitch in some money so we could hire a live model and draw a live model? You guys, but you guys have never taken like a figure drawing class or anything, right? It'd be clothed. We'll have it clothed. We'll have the person clothed. But like, that is one of the best things, like drawing a real person. No, like, well, my first figure drawing, because I signed up for life drawing, right? Orange Coast College over here. I was like, got out of high school. I'm like, okay, I want to take an art class. And so I got out, I signed up, oh, life drawing. Okay, that sounds cool, life drawing. I have no clue what it is. So I go to life drawing class. I go in and like, there's this, everybody's just hanging out, talking, chit-chatting. And then there's this guy in like the corner, like sitting kind of away from the artist. And he had a robe on. I was like, whatever, you know, not even thinking anything about it. Long robe. And then the teacher's like, okay, we're gonna get started. The guy gets up on the little short stage, drops the robe. I'm just totally nude. I'm like, what the heck is happening here? Have you taken a life drawing class? A figure drawing? Oh, dude, drawing the human figure. That's the foundation. Like, if you can draw a person, you can draw anything. Do you know what I mean? And it's one of the hardest things to do. It's one of the, like, you know, because there's so many moving parts. So, okay, so there's our exercise number 2. Okay, you got to be able to draw a line at any angle. So let's just put draw a line at any angle. You guys like putting dates down? I don't even know what the date is. Put a date down if you want. Okay, I'm 15th. Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that too. Let's do it. Let's document that. Okay, let's put it over here. Okay, be able to draw straight lines with confidence. Okay, this is something you can do while you're binge watching. It's kind of mindless. You can't go on TikTok though. Okay, so this too, all right? Anyway, 1, 15, 20, 25. All right, cool. So we got to be able to draw straight lines at any angle. That's super important, okay? Now, let's practice the next thing. Bathroom's down the hall. You got up and I was like, oh, he needs to go to the bathroom. So bathroom's down the hall on the right. Okay, next thing that we want to be able to do, okay, this is a hard one. Okay, next one we want to be able to do is draw circles. Circles, guys. Okay, so we're just gonna, let's because you guys are all beginners, which is really cool. I love it. We're just going to try and draw the circles about all the same size. Let's just try to do that, okay? Now, when you're drawing a circle, we want to pivot from, I don't want you doing this, like with your fingers or your wrist. I want you guys doing this with your arm. So just put your arm out like this in front of you and just go left. Go counterclockwise. Let's go big. Okay? This pivot, this socket here is meant to do that. Okay, now go to the right. Okay, that's what we're going to do. This is stiff. This isn't moving, okay? So we're moving our shoulder, but this isn't going to move right now. Now, if we get really small, we could do little circles like this, with our fingers. But I want to do bigger circles. So let's just go like this. This is called ghosting. Ghosting is when you're making the movement, but you're not putting a line down. So this is called ghosting. Okay? Now I'm gonna go like this, and then I'm gonna put it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why did I do that 5 times? Maybe. Just take a guess.
Build confidence.
Build confidence, and I'm reinforcing that movement. Okay, I'm reinforcing. You want to be able to draw arcs. Be able to draw all arcs. What does that mean? Because, well, I'm going to explain further. But right now, let's just use circles. Because circles, right, we can have an arc from here to here, right? So we're going from here to there, or we're going from here to here, or we're going here to there, right? Like different segments. Does that make sense, Or here to here. But that's only one type of thing. So, but this leads into drawing an arc, and we can get an arc from a circle, but we can also get an arc from an ellipse or a parabola, whatever you want to call it, okay? So let's do another circle. You can go right or you can go left. It doesn't matter. Let's just do about the same size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay. So let's go. Let's do one a little bit smaller. Now, what I'm also doing here is I'm overlapping. Okay? And overlapping because I'm going to focus on drawing realistically for our 8 weeks, okay? And all these things are preparatory to helping you draw realistically, all these little things that we're doing right now. Okay, overlapping. Okay, so let's do another circle. So your homework is to, every day, draw straight lines like I showed you, okay? Just do I would just do just so you're doing it daily, 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Just so you get in the habit. So you build that, because if you just do it tonight and you leave and you're playing croquet and, eating wine and cheese and, you're ice skating, you're gonna forget it. You're gonna be like, oh man, you're gonna lose this. We're gaining skill right now. You guys are gaining some skills. Okay, so teaching you how to get some skills here. You're like, oh, we're just drawing circles. This is dumb. No, it's not. It's really cool. It's not dumb. It's smart. All right. I'm just having fun drawing circles. Let's do an eyeball. Let's do another eyeball. Let's do a nose. Let's do a mouth. I gotta make sure they're all circles though, because we're on this circle thing. So let's give it an ear over here. I'm gonna give it an ear over here. You can do whatever you want. Okay. Oh, that's an ellipse. Okay. So So you can make it a game, you just want to, look, we can make it a bullseye, but we want to do a variety of sizes, okay? We want to do a variety of sizes of circles. Variety of sizes of circles. All right? Boom. There we go. Okay, so calming. I'm so relaxed right now. Gosh. Even with this wooden chair that I'm sitting in. I had this really soft, like bulky, this really soft, it's in the hallway. I finally got rid of it because it was taking up all the space and it's bulky. And I was like, I'm just going to get an old school wooden chair. And like, it squeaks a little bit when I move it, but I love it. Okay. Okay, so you got to be able to draw circles really well. Okay, with confidence. Let's try drawing circles. See, I did the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did that. Now let's try to do it, flip it over. Now let's just try to do it just like with 1 or 2 strokes, okay? So we're gonna go, you're like, what are you talking about? Let's just go. You can do it. Okay, that's 2. The bad one. Fix it. Are they getting better? Are you guys' circles getting better? No one's looking at me. Everybody's looking down like, oh. It's all right.
Hey, Matt.
Yeah.
You find like one way either counterclockwise or clockwise and stick with that, whatever.
Yeah, whatever feels good to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll go like this. Sometimes I'll go to the right. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, and then sometimes I go left, And what I want you to do, too, is I want you, because here, I was pushing down, kind of like giving it some pressure. I don't know if you guys noticed that. But here, what I want you to do is I want you to give it a little bit lighter pressure. Try to give it some lighter pressure. So you're barely skipping along the surface. You're lightly touching the surface, okay? Because as we move on, the lighter, you're going to use a lighter touch or light pressure and heavy pressure, okay? That way you won't have to erase. Okay, you won't have to erase. You're like, what? No erasing? Yeah, no erasing. Because if I go light, right? If I draw these things light, and then I put a heavy, if I push down hard, like that, I'm pushing down hard right now, right? So what pops out? The thing that has a heavy or a dark line. Okay. And when we're sketching, when we're drawing stuff like, let's just say I want to draw this bottle, right? I'll draw lightly first. Oh, well, I got to put my center line in. And then I go to the right side, I go to the left side. The shoulder's coming down. What curve is, look at that. Look at that right there. Right? What's that? What letter is that? It's coming up. That's an S curve. So an S curve, I'm jumping ahead. I gotta stop. But anyway, look at this right here, right? These things that's an ellipse. Let's bring this down. Now look, I'm looking at the object. I'm jumping ahead here, but I kind of want to show you kind of where this is leading. What am I using right here? Straight line. Okay? What am I using right here? I'm drawing an ellipse. But an ellipse, and then this is an S curve is what? It's 1, 2 arcs. So here's an arc and here's an arc. So an S curve is 2 arcs. You're going this way or you're like I call it scooping up right? Or scooping under or scooping over. So arcing under, arcing over. But the thing is, like, let's do this. An arc just doesn't have to go under or over. Because an arc can follow a straight line, okay? So you're like, what are you talking about? Okay, because arcs, they have angles too. Like if I go like that, and an arc can follow that straight line. But what an arc can go like that and go like this. Okay, so you also want to be able to draw an arc at any angle. Okay, because when we start drawing stuff like a still life, see these little objects up here, and when I give you a still life to draw, or I say, hey, go home and draw 10 bottles, you know, did it stop recording? Oh, there you go. You know, or I go home and draw 10 different cups, you know, let's just say there's your assignment. Go home and draw 10 different cups, you know, 10 different glass bottles, you know. They're going to have different arcs. You know, they're going to have different S curves. So, okay. So you got to be able to draw circles. Okay, let's move over. Next thing. You got to be able to draw ellipses. Okay? You got to be able to draw ellipses. Oh, I got to date it. This will actually help me for later because I'll be like, next week I'll say, what did we do last week? And then I got to put this in a place where I'll remember. Okay. All right, so we got to be able to draw ellipses, okay? Oh, people that came in late, I'm doing all the boring stuff tonight, okay? All the quote boring stuff, not exciting, like, but this is your foundation. These are skills you got to be able to be familiar with to draw realistically, and that's what we're focusing on. Okay, come on, focus. Okay, it's not focusing. Let's try it. There we go. Okay, so an ellipse. Okay, so let's go like this. How are we going to approach this? Let's go like this. Let's make it easy on you guys. Let's go. Let's put a straight line here like that. Let's go like this. And let's go like this. Am I going? I'm not going too fast, right? Okay, I'm going to give you a ton of information tonight. A ton of different basic skills to practice. Okay? And you'll go home, just do them daily for like, I don't know, 5-10 minutes each. Like, do the straight line thing. Do the drawing straight lines at every angle. Drawing circles for 5 minutes straight. Now, these circles I was overlapping, and that's okay. You can do them overlapping or not overlapping, but various sizes. Okay, so we're gonna just put a straight line here. Now, I don't have a disc, but I have this roll of tape right here. So I got this roll of tape. Now, if I go like this, it's a circle, right? And if I turn this slightly, and it's going to come up. If I turn this slightly, it becomes an ellipse. From here to here, that distance becomes shorter. Turn it again, 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 that distance becomes shorter. And turn it again, that distance becomes shorter. Until finally, that's just a line. And I'm talking about the top of the roll of tape. Okay? Because you got to be able to draw things, ellipses at any angle. Okay? And I'm gonna get to that. It'll all be revealed. It'll all start to make sense. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna draw a circle over here. Actually, let's do this. Let's erase that line. And let's put that straight line right here. And let's practice drawing an ellipse. Now, so here's our straight line, here's our circle. And here's our distance of our circle from here to here, right? So if we go from here to here, All right, we just go about in half. We don't have to do it perfectly in half. This is about halfway point. Okay, if we take this distance from here to here, that's about half the distance of the whole circle, right? And we're about half the way. So we're going to take this distance right here and we're going to go like this. Okay, so this is about this distance right here. Okay? And if we take a circle and we go like that, we bisect it. Okay? So we're cutting it in half here, we're cutting it in half here. Okay? This is called this is an axis and this is an axis. So every circle, every ellipse has an imaginary axis. You want to be aware of that, okay? Or a center line. Almost every object has a center line too. It bisects, they're bisected. Like this bottle here can be bisected, it has a center line, okay? The cell phone has a center line. A pair of scissors has kind of like a center line going this way. A pen, a human, a person, we have a center line going from the top of our head to our crotch. It divides us in half, okay? Most things, the chair, you can cut it in half. It has a center line, okay? So this is entry-level center line stuff. So this distance is about equal to this distance, okay? And now, here's the top here of the ellipse. Here's the bottom. Here's the top of the circle. Here's the bottom of the circle. So I'm putting a little dash here and a little dash there. So we're going to go like this. And we're going to go like this. And we're going to take this nice and slow. And we're just going to do that, okay? And then here's our vertical axis. Here's our horizontal axis. Okay? Now, let's take this distance from here to here. Let's go here to here, and let's just go about halfway here, okay? And we're going to go, that distance is about like that, okay? And here's this dash here, here's this dash here, here's this dash here, here's this dash right here, okay? And we're going to do this. Now, you got to make sure the ellipse is curved at the top. This is curved here. This is curved here. Don't make this a point. This is going to come down like this. This is going to come around like that. This is going to come around like that. Okay? Just like that. This is like, and I'm going to show you this is like this roll of tape here doing this. Dun, 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 turning in space. Okay? Because we're going to be looking at things and we're going to be like, like this bottle. Look at the top of the bottle cap. There's an ellipse right there. This part right here, this seal right here of the ellipse, of the bottle cap, that has an ellipse going around it, okay? This part right here where the neck comes down and here's the shoulder of the bottle, there's an imaginary ellipse going around the bottle, okay? Depending on the angle. But if we're looking at the bottle straight like that, what is it? A circle. So you want to be able to draw a bottle at any angle, okay? There you go. Also, we get to how to draw a human figure, okay? And if you look at your own arm or your leg or your torso, okay, we're like these, we got these cylinder forms. Now I'm talking about form. Here I'm talking about shape, okay? But this is a round here, okay? So, how do you draw an arm? Let's just, I'm going to jump ahead and I'm going to jump back. I'm trying to relate this to you to help you guys understand this. So how would you draw an arm? Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay? That'll be the angle of the arm. Here's the upper arm. Here's the lower arm right here. Okay? And I'm doing this lightly. Light sketch. So we've drawn a couple ellipses, 3. We haven't drawn enough, but I'm going to jump back to this in a minute. So let's do this. Let's go like this. Let's draw an ellipse. Actually, let's practice drawing some. Here, let's do this over here. Just do this. Before I get into this, let's do this. Now, these are all the same ellipses, okay? These are all about the same width, but that's okay. And I'm not pushing down hard. Now, look where I'm holding the pencil. I was up here. Now I'm up here. I'm getting looser with my sketch, so I'm up here. I'm trying to, my brain wants to move forward like really quickly. And then I'm thinking, no, I don't want to jump to that just yet. Now I'm purposely angling those ellipses, okay? Now let's do an ellipse like that. Let's angle it this way. Okay. Now, what did I say? What I said back here was, you want to be able to draw a line at any angle. Okay, a line is an axis, or it can be an axis of what? Of a circle, of an ellipse. So look here, axis. So here, each one of these ellipses, I'm thinking in my head, it has an axis. Okay, has an axis. So we can go like this. I'm kind of ignoring what I was going to start to do, because I know that you guys need this before we do that. Because I can draw ellipses all day long, and it's like, okay, so here, those are, so we got to, you got to be able to draw an ellipse at any angle also. Does that make sense? Okay, cool. So let's go back up here to the top, and let's go like this. Let's take that circle and let's go 3/4 of the way about from here to here. And let's put an axis in, or a center line in, and let's put this in, this distance from here to here. Let's put that in. And I'm just guessing here. I'm going, okay, this is going to be a little bit, from here to here is going to be wider than this diameter, and here to here is going to be more narrow than this right here. And we're going to, there's our dash there, and we're going to go like that. Okay. So there's that ellipse, okay? So this thing's turning in space. And then here, let's draw one. Are you guys following now up here, like what I'm doing here? Is that making some sense, what I'm doing up here? Okay, so now let's do this. What's the distance between, the width here to here? We want the distance here and here. We want that middle distance here. So that's going to be about that, right? So that distance right there, this distance is wider than this ellipse, and this is more narrow than this ellipse, okay? So let's put our center line in. Center line. We'll call this an axis or a center line. No figure drawing. Oh, wow, I'm surprised. This is cool. I'm stoked. Stoked you guys are here. All right, so there's our next ellipse, okay? And I'm doing these all vertical, but you want to be able to do them, like I said, at any angle, okay? Be able to draw ellipses at any angle. At any angle. In a way, I'm kind of like, I should have taught you guys the box thing first. So what I'm going to do is, because an ellipse, or it can fit on a box. Okay, not a cube, but a box. Okay, so now let's take this right here, this distance, and let's go like this. Let's make this about halfway, about half that distance. And let's put an axis here, or a center line, dash here, and we want that to be rounded, and we want this rounded too. So this is a really skinny ellipse. So we can go even thinner right here. I'm just trying to go even thinner right there. Okay? Those are things turning in space. So we're imagining three-dimensional space in our head right now, okay? These aren't just flat shapes, but 3 dimensions turning in space, okay? Try to picture that in your head. All right, cool. Now what I want to do is I kind of back up. Talked about straight lines, talked about circles, we talked about ellipses. Let's do one more ellipse exercise, and then we're going to get into perspective, okay? We'll get into some perspective, linear perspective, which is the boring stuff, but here we go. Okay, what I want, I'm going to jump ahead kind of with the ellipse thing, and let's just do an S curve here. And like so. And I'm going to draw this really lightly. And what we want to do here with this S curve is we want to take our ellipse and we want to turn this thing incrementally in space. Okay, this is a disc. It's in your head. Think about it turning in space. Okay? Incrementally. You're like, what are you talking about? You're crazy. Okay. We're gonna start it right here. I'm gonna show you so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So I'm just gonna have a straight line here, straight line here, straight line here. So I'm putting these different axes in that are perpendicular to this S curve that I'm putting in. Okay? So these are all, and you could, at home, if you practice this, you could just do this thing like going all over the page, okay? You're like, it's kind of looking like a train track, I know. All right, so we're gonna go like that. Really light. And see, I'm using arcs. I'm using straight lines. Yeah, I'm using this for the purpose of exercises right now, but these are going to be really valuable when we start drawing stuff, okay, drawing things. What do you guys want to draw? What do you guys want to learn how to draw? A tree. Okay, let's write this down. I'll just write it down here, since like, this will be our thing here. All right. So, someone wants to learn how to draw a tree. Okay, what else do you want to learn how to draw? Animals. Do you want to get into the anatomy? Do you want to just look at a photo and draw an animal, or you want me to go deep? Do you want me to go like skeletal structure to muscular structure? You know, because all that is underneath the fur. And so if you have an understanding of that, that'd be a whole nother class though, probably. Okay, well, I'll touch the surface. Like, I'll do a little bit of it. What else do you guys want to learn how to draw? Realistic what? A wave? Okay, so a wave. Mountains? Huh?
Florals.
So like flowers. People? Like, what do you mean by people? Do you mean like a whole person? Like somebody surfing, somebody skateboarding, somebody running, dancing, like somebody walking or just standing? Okay, so like the whole figure. Okay, so we'll put the whole figure. Because when you say people, that could be a portrait. It could be a bust. Like it could, I'm just saying. Hands, okay. Eyes. Everybody wants that. Like, okay, do we want to learn portraits? Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these as the vehicle to teach you foundational stuff, okay? And there'll be other things that like the things that I'm teaching right now, these really basic things, are the precursor to doing any of these. You use the same tools, the same visual tools to draw a person, to draw with the same tool to draw a hand can help you draw a person, can help you draw an animal, can help you draw a wave, can help you draw a mountain, a portrait. It's all the same. Like one thing's not harder than another if you break it down, you know? So, let's just finish up with this. And then you're like, what are you talking about? Okay. I'm going to go there. Let's pause here. Let's just pause here for a second. Okay. Let's talk about shape. Shape language. You're like, what the heck is shape language? Okay. So shape language, we could call this silhouette. Okay? So we call it silhouette. And if I bring up, let's do this for a second. If I bring up this silhouette, what is it? It's a bear. Why do you know it's a bear? Because you know the silhouette, you know the shape of a bear. Okay? Okay, and that could be, if I brought up the silhouette of one of your most loved people in your world, you'd go, oh, that's so-and-so. You wouldn't even need to see their eyes or anything. You know their shape. Do you know what I'm saying? Like we know like the shape of our loved one's eyes or our dog's nose, or, you know, it's all about shape. We know that. Okay? So shape language is super important. But anyway, certain trees have shapes, animals, and I know you guys know this, but mountains, flowers, like, you know, like Yosemite. If I say Yosemite, if I say Half Dome, you guys in your heads know the shape of Half Dome already. And if I just put like some other drawing up here, you'd be like, that's not Half Dome. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? So, silhouette, we're going to get into that. We're going to get into silhouette. But right now, I got to teach you this stuff. And I want to go there like right now, but it's like, okay, I'm gonna stop for a second because I'm already doing this. So, okay. So let's go straight line. Let's go really thin ellipse. And let's go a little bit wider. Let's go a little bit wider. And I'm following. Let's go a little bit wider. Let's go a little bit wider. Let's go a circle here. Let's go a little bit more narrow. Even more narrow. Even more narrow. It's not going. Go thing. It's lagging. It's really lagging. Okay, good. Okay, here we go. It's really lagging. I wonder why I did that. It's okay. I must have to come out there and do it. It's fine. I can stop this. Okay. I'm going to turn that off for a minute. Stop that.